I didn't write this book only for what it might give others. In fact, one of my greatest motivations was what I hoped the book might give me. By the time I sat down to figure out what my next project would be, I had been writing books on racism in America for 5 years straight. My first book, So You Want to Talk About Race, had me neck deep in my own personal history with racism. My second book, Mediocre, The Dangerous Legacy of White Male America, had me neck deep in the history of violent white male supremacy in the United States. After 5 years on these projects, I was done. My heart and soul as a Black woman were so hurt. I had spent years of my time and talent in places of pain and horror. And yes, I'm very proud of what I was able to create from those places. But whatever limits I had set, I'd long since worked past them, and I felt wrung dry. In some of my most difficult moments, it was the support of my family and the support of others in the anti-racist movement community, especially Black women, who cared for me and gave me the safety and space to continue to move forward. My initial plan, after finishing my last book tour, was to just spend time in community. Spend time with people who were proving every single day that all was not lost, that every day there was vital work to do, work that was providing important victories for the people we love. But as I spent more time planning the beginning of my healing journey, I realized I wanted my words and work to go towards sharing the stories and insights of these amazing people who give me hope every single day. Once I decided this would be my next book, I was excited to begin. I knew it would likely be an enriching and challenging project for me. But I was not prepared for how changed I would be by this book. The hours upon hours of conversations I have been able to have with movement workers have fundamentally changed the way I see this work and my place in it. I feel opened up to possibility in a way I never have before. I feel more hopeful of what we can accomplish than I ever have. This project has not been easy. I've never felt so challenged as a writer or movement worker in my life. And every step of the way, I have felt blessed. The generosity of each person who sat down to talk with me, who shared their wisdom and experience, is of such a magnitude that I will be forever grateful for it. And I hope I have been able to honor that generosity in whatever way I can in this book. This has been the most beautiful and transformative writing experience of my life. I have seen what revolution looks like in the everyday. It looks a lot like love. And I hope, as you hear these testimonies of these amazing people, that you will find your own revolution as well. Author's note. When we try to write with care, we're faced with dozens of decisions on every page about what words we'll choose and what impact those words may have on readers and listeners. In writing about the politics of race and ethnicity, disability, gender, sexuality, and other social issues, those choices are of vital importance and impossible to get perfectly right. I have, in this book, tried to balance readability, understandability, respect, and care. I have tried to remove as many ableist phrases and words from my writing as I could. I have tried to stay away from cisnormativity and heteronormativity as much as possible. And yet, I know that all of this and more will surely be found to some extent throughout this book. Where the people profiled in this book have referred to themselves and their peers in terms that others may not be comfortable with, I have left those descriptions as they said them to me. Most of the people in this book prefer identity-first language. For example, disabled instead of person with a disability. This is, I have found, preferred in the majority of social justice spaces, and so I have used identity-first language throughout this book. But I'm aware there is a generational gap with regards to this language, and there are plenty of people in the disability community and other communities who prefer person-first.